Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive into the world of AI. This week, things are moving fast, even for AI, so let's jump right into it.
I'm ready.
Elon Musk is never far from the headlines, is he? This time, it's about X, formerly known as Twitter, and a pretty big change to their privacy policy.
Yeah, this one caught my eye too.
They're going to allow third parties to use user data, our tweets and stuff, to train AI models.
This is interesting, especially considering that whole EU investigation into Musk's Grok AI, you remember?
The chatbot trained on X user data.
Exactly. So this new policy change could be X exploring new revenue streams.
Like maybe licensing user data to AI companies, kind of how Reddit and some media outlets are already doing it.
Yeah, it could be a lucrative move for them.
But, and this is a big but, what about our privacy?
It's a big question. I mean, how do we balance the advancement of AI with individual privacy rights in this new age?
It's a tough one, for sure. And to make matters even more interesting, X is also getting serious about cracking down on data scraping. We're talking potential fines for organizations caught scraping more than 1 million posts a day.
It seems like X is sending a clear message. User data is valuable, and they're not afraid to protect it.
It's fascinating how different companies are approaching this whole AI data thing. Speaking of different approaches, Meta's FAIR team, their fundamental AI research group, is going all in on open source AI.
This is huge. They're releasing all sorts of new AI models and research.
I saw that. It's like they decided to give away the secret sauce.
Yeah.
What do you make of this open approach?
I think it's a potential game changer. Take their meta segment, anything Model 2.1, for example. It's a massively upgraded version of their image and video segmentation tool.
Okay, but in English, what does that even mean? What can it actually do?
It can transform everything from medical imaging to weather forecasting. Imagine being able to analyze scans, interpret X-rays, and even predict weather patterns, all with the help of AI.
And that's just one tool. What else are they working on?
Well, for one, they're trying to make those big, powerful, large language models, the ones powering things like AI chatbots, more efficient.
How do you even make something that complex more efficient?
That's where their layer skip technology comes in. It's a way to make those large language models generate text faster without sacrificing too much accuracy.
Faster, more efficient AI. What's not to love?
Right. Oh, and they're also tackling the whole quantum computing issue. They have a new security protocol called SALSA.
Salsa. Like the dance.
Well, not exactly. This is all about data privacy in a future where quantum computers, which can break today's encryption, become the norm.
So they're getting ahead of the game. Smart.
And as if all that wasn't enough, they're also making big moves in material science using AI. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
Meta is really covering all the bases. While we're talking about big players in AI, we can't forget about Microsoft and their massive investment in OpenAI.
Right. I mean, that's a whole other deep dive right there.
The latest is that Microsoft could end up owning a huge chunk of OpenAI, maybe even billions of dollars worth, once OpenAI transitions to a for-profit structure.
It's fascinating, isn't it? This whole financial dance behind the scenes of AI development.
It really makes you think about the future of that relationship.
Will they become rivals, or will this just bring them closer? Only time will tell, I guess. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
For sure. But for now, let's talk about something a little less corporate and a little more, well, creative.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Have you been following the latest developments in generative AI, especially when it comes to video?
Oh, yeah. It's moving so fast. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that the idea of AI generating videos from text prompts seemed like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Right. And now look at us. We've got tools like Meta's Movie Gen and Runway's Gen 3.
And they're only getting more powerful and easier to use.
Imagine a world where anyone can create their own movies or TV shows just like that with the help of AI.
It's mind-blowing, really. What would that mean for storytelling? I mean, would we see an explosion of new creative voices?
It's an exciting thought. Though, I have to admit, it also makes you wonder about the role of human creativity in a world where AI can make art.
It's a big question. And speaking of big questions, remember those old video games, the ones with companions who always seemed to say the same 3 lines over and over?
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, they were so clunky. It's amazing how far we've come.
Now we've got mods like Herika for Skyrim, which uses AI to make video game companions feel much more realistic.
That's pretty incredible.
It makes you wonder what the future holds for gaming. I mean, imagine having these really deep, unscripted conversations with video game characters, like you're actually interacting with another person.
It could change everything.
Speaking of changing everything, let's circle back to Sam Altman and the WorldCoin project, or should I say World.
New name, same mission.
Pretty much. They're
Mhm.
still all about scanning everyone's eyeballs with their new orb device, privacy concerns aside.
Yeah, the rebranding definitely raised a few eyebrows, but it does seem like they're shifting focus a bit, leaning more into the whole digital identity thing.
It'll be interesting to see if that's enough to quell the privacy concerns.
Only time will tell.
And on the topic of AI and its impact on, well, us. Remember that weight loss app we talked about, Noom?
The one that shows you a 3D model of your future fitter self.
That's the one. What do you think about using AI in that way?
I have mixed feelings, to be honest. I can see how it would be motivating for some people.
Imagine having that visual reminder of your goals, like a glimpse into a future where you've already achieved what you're working towards.
Right. And who knows, maybe for some people it's the push they need, that little extra bit of motivation. But on the other hand, it feels a bit, I don't know, intrusive.
And potentially damaging to someone's self-esteem if they don't hit their goals.
Exactly. It's a fine line they're walking, that's for sure.
It is. But while we're on the topic of AI and its increasing influence on our lives, did you hear that Google is bringing AI to online shopping?
Oh, yeah, they're going all in. Personalized recommendations, AI-generated shopping advice, you name it. They're trying to make the whole online shopping experience more personalized and intuitive.
It makes sense, right? With social media platforms like TikTok becoming major players in the e-commerce space, Google has to up their game.
Totally. It's like they're all vying for our attention and ultimately our wallets. But I'm curious, what do you think about Google using AI in this way?
Part of me thinks it's pretty cool. Imagine if AI could actually help us cut through the noise, find the products we need and love, and make shopping a more enjoyable experience.
Hmm.
But then again, it's a little creepy how much they know about us.
I know. It's like, how do they know I was just looking at shoes?
Exactly. But while Google and these other big companies are making headlines, let's not forget about those smaller players who are pushing the boundaries in different ways.
You mean like Mistral?
Yes, the French AI startup, they're doing some really interesting work with local AI models.
Their goal is to make AI accessible to anyone, regardless of whether they have a powerful computer or a constant internet connection.
So instead of relying on the cloud, they want to put AI in our pockets, literally.
Exactly. I think that's incredible. It has the potential to change everything.
We've talked about a lot of amazing AI applications today, but that one really stands out. It makes you wonder what other incredible AI breakthroughs are just around the corner.
Doesn't it? It feels like we're on the verge of something truly transformative.
It's both exciting and a little bit scary at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like, what will our world look like in 5, 10, 20 years?
I know, but I think that's the beauty of it all. We're all part of this incredible journey, figuring it out as we go.
And that's what makes it so important to stay informed, engaged, and maybe a little bit skeptical.
Absolutely. We need to keep asking those tough questions about the ethical implications of AI and make sure it's used responsibly.
It's a wild ride for sure. But, for all the talk about big tech companies and their AI ambitions, let's not forget about those who are pushing the boundaries of AI research and sharing their findings with the world.
Absolutely. The researchers deserve a lot of credit, that's for sure.
Like those at Meta's FAIR team, their fundamental AI research group.
Right. Their commitment to open source AI is huge. I mean, think about their meta segment. Anything Model 2.1,
It's a game changer.
it has the potential to revolutionize so many fields. Like, think about medical imaging,
Robotics.
self-driving cars even. And because it's open source,
Anyone can use it.
anyone, researchers, developers,
Someone in their garage could build the next big thing with this.
that's what I love about open source. It just opens up so many possibilities.
It's like leveling the playing field, giving everyone access to these powerful tools.
And hopefully leading to some really incredible breakthroughs.
It's exciting to think about.
Definitely. But Meta's not stopping there. They're also tackling those big challenges, like making large language models more efficient.
And addressing data security in a post-quantum world.
It's like they're laying the groundwork for a future we can only imagine,
And they're doing it with transparency.
which is crucial.
Yeah, because as AI gets more and more powerful, we need to make sure it's being used responsibly.
Exactly. We can't just focus on what AI can do.
We need to think about what it should do.
And that's a conversation everyone needs to be a part of, not just the developers,
It's about all of us coming together to shape the future of AI.
because it will impact all of us.
So as we wrap up another deep dive, I'm curious, what are your final thoughts on all of this?
I think the key takeaway here is that AI is everywhere,
It's true, you can't escape it.
and it's evolving at an incredible pace, which can be a little intimidating.
To say the least. But it's also incredibly exciting, right?
It really is. I mean, we're on the cusp of a new era.
And the possibilities are endless, which is why it's so important for everyone to be informed
To be engaged in the conversation.
and to approach AI with a healthy dose of curiosity, but also a little bit of skepticism.
Absolutely. We need to ask those tough questions, consider the ethical implications, and make sure AI is used for good.
Well said. And that's a wrap on another deep dive. We hope you enjoyed exploring the ever-evolving world of AI with us this week. Don't forget to join the conversation online and share your thoughts on the latest developments. Until next time, happy learning.